Good evening. Welcome back to Tylane Ducksworth Reviews. I am Tylane. People think Nicki is cosplaying MAGA now. Y'all just weren't paying attention. And the anti-black shift nobody wants to talk about. How this MAGA turn was inevitable. So let's get started. Now, I don't agree with this whole narrative that Nicki Minaj is cosplaying MAGA. I actually think Nicki was cosplaying community before. Black community, queer community, while her real values, in my opinion, were always somewhere else. And we can see where this pattern has led to. And before anybody come on here trying to spin this into something softer, let me say this real clear. This is not about pardons. This is not about citizenship. And it is not about Nicki being confused or manipulated, coerced, whatever you want to say. Nicki has been rich and powerful and protected for over 20 years now. When somebody has that kind of money, influence, and protection, they are not experimenting out loud. What she is currently doing and has been doing, we see now, is signaling to right conservatives, and the Trump administration. I'm here to talk about pattern because what we're seeing right now didn't just magically fall out the sky. This is not magically delicious, okay? Y'all keep acting like Nicki just suddenly changed. She didn't. For the last few years, Nicki has been displaying, in my opinion, and everything in this video is alleged, unhinged behavior. And following the path that we have seen with a lot of our celebrities who end up sliding on over to right wing politics. It always starts the same way. No accountability, grievances. Oh, they're attacking me. Jay-Z and Rock Nation stopped my documentary. They don't want me to speak. She put out that message back in 2020 about her cousin in Trinidad and found to not be true by the Trinidadian government. It wasn't our government that fact checked what she was saying. It was the peoples over in Trinidad. So this whole I can't say anything anymore. Anytime you criticize her, it turns into, oh, they're trying to censor me. Backlash with her is persecution. It's a disagreement. Don't say it's good internet. Ranting and raving, attacking everybody. Now it's Lizzo, Trevor, Cardi B. So it's always disagreements with her turns into some big conspiracy. Hollering about Jay-Z and Rock Nation, and then she doesn't ever come out and present receipts or facts. It's her putting out bits and pieces and leaving the internet and society at large to speculate and draw their own conclusions, which ends up being worse. None of us actually know. Girl, if you got the proof, go ahead and release it. Once she gets started, you can predict what's gonna happen next. Well, baby, that's not unbothered activity. And I'm not buying this. She was getting bullied and was blacklisted. I don't believe any of that.
What a surprise. What a surprise. The amount of people on Instagram is remarkably low. I wonder who's behind that.
Girl, who are these people?
I wonder
Girl.
who's afraid.
Papa, who this woman? Who are these people that you keep talking about? Okay? Here's where it stops being about ranting on the internet and starts being political. It's they attacking me, I'm being censored. Nicki, did you take time offline? No, what did you do? You marched your behind on over there to Erica Kirk and TP USA to the conservative spaces, ma'am. That's what you did. That's a choice. Girl, Nicki House was not the only one that was being swatted, okay? And there are certain things you sign up for. It's the same thing. Girl, you made the choice to marry a registered ex offender. You didn't accidentally end up at Turning Point USA. You didn't wander in that room with Erica Kirk by mistake. That is what we call alignment. You saw Kamala reach out in the 2024. So that tells us who you feel safe with. That tells us who you feel understood by. Let me say this. You can choose whichever political party you want to be a part of. To each his own. What you eat don't make me shit. Point blank period. So you can choose to be wherever you want to be. Boo. But from these interviews that we are seeing, you are not abreast on politics. And we're going to get to that in a moment. Let's go ahead and look at this next clip.
It's kind of the turning point for you. Yeah.
What was the turning point? Well, I just got tired of being pushed around. Yeah. Sometimes you just get tired of it and then you realize, wait a minute, I have something inside of me that's stronger than what's out there. That's right. So when you've had enough, you realize, wait a minute, why do I even care about these people and what they think? Who are they? They don't even know who they are. So I'm not gonna back down anymore. I'm not gonna back down ever again.
Amen.
Nicki, you on stage giving Erica Kirk high fives. Girl, all of this lines up perfectly with modern MAGA rhetoric. Not because you were copying it, you using them and they are using you. But the difference is when they are done with you, they gonna toss you aside like that wig you should have tossed aside before you wore it on stage with Trump. Shouldn't you have learned from many of our people from before? This whole scenario has been played over and over again. When it's all said and done, you will be the one to end up with egg on your face. We have seen this movie before. This whole narrative of Trump being bullied, it resonates with you because you were bullied. Nicki, who bullied you? Who was bullying Nicki Minaj? When somebody turns their own backlash into a warning for everybody else, if they can do this to me, then they can do it to you. That is fear-based messaging. It's culture war politics. None of this is about policy. This is not about identity. It is about resentment. It's about Nicki feeling like she lost her place and not taking accountability the way that you had been treating people in the industry. But no, the industry was sick of you and your behavior. And when Cardi came on, it was a breath of fresh air. That's my opinion. Let's get into this second clip of Nicki sitting up here feeding the conservative base, telling them what they want to hear, okay?
I have the utmost respect and admiration. He has, I don't know if he even knows this, but he's given so many people hope that there's a chance to beat the bad guys and to win and to do it with your head held high and your integrity intact.
Girl.
He's from Queens, New York, like me. So, but what it's shown me personally is sometimes, you know, even in the worst feeling times in your life, you think that you're never gonna come back from it. But you do. And our president shows that. He's been through every single thing a person could be through publicly. Having to constantly be lied on. It's not really that funny. Until you are in that person's shoes that's being lied on, you'll never understand what it feels like. That person is a human being. They have a family who has to read those lies. And that's not, and it's just not fair. But this administration is full of people with heart and soul. And they make me proud of them. Our vice president, he makes me, well, I love both of them, but they're both powerful men, smart, strong, all of that, but both of them have a very uncanny ability to be someone that you relate to. I can relate to them. When I hear them speak, I know that they're one of us. Like, I know that they're not. Don't you guys agree? They haven't lost touch.
Baby, this is a mess. Girl, when you can flip, and this is who this lady has always been. Bob's, baby, she used y'all and played y'all like a fiddle and still playing y'all. She publicly is echoing Trump's language, using words talking about bullying, being targeted, how unfairly he's treated. She says she's going to give fans $1,000 if their children are born between January 2025 and December 2028. Now, but why those dates? Why right before or during an election cycle? Because midterms coming up in November. They are using you as a branding tool, not charity. They are using you to bring on more people of color and your barbs. Right now, you just black Caribbean token for MAGA. When that lady said that they was bullying this man, not the bully of all bullies. This man has said the most disgusting and despicable things. And y'all, let's get into the rest of my commentary. I actually have two more clips. This is absolutely ridiculous. This is a fool. Do you hear me? A fool.
Hello. Well, I don't know what to say, but I will say that I am probably the president's #1 fan, and that's not going to change. And the hate or what people have to say, it does not affect me at all. It actually motivates me to support him more. And it's going to motivate all of us to support him more. We're not going to let them get away with bullying him and, the smear campaigns. It's not going to work, okay? He has a lot of force behind him, and God is protecting him.
This is a mess. This is not about politics. This is about loss of cultural control. Y'all, this is not just business. This is symbolic. Politics becomes a weapon when influence slips. This isn't confusion, this is retaliation. And what bothers me most is not even Nicki's behavior, it's how quickly people rush to explain her behavior away. All of these excuses. She don't know what she doing. She doing this for her husband. She doing this for her brother. She doing this for her papers. Oh, she's scared. Rock Nation and Jay-Z. We do not infantilize grown, wealthy adults. I don't understand how y'all get so wrapped up in these people like this. And calling out anti-black rhetoric is not betrayal. Nobody is trying to cancel this lady. And she needs to be held accountable for her actions and her flip-flopping. Just a few years ago on stage, men just want a woman like Melania that can't think for themselves, implying that Melania is brainless. So no, this did not come out of nowhere. First it was grievance, then it was free speech. I got one more clip because I got to say this. Nicki Minaj in this interview with Stephen Miller's wife, Katie Miller, and she has no clue about politics.
What issues specifically, drew you in the most? Is it immigration? Is it the economic policy? Is it religious freedoms? What specifically, answers that calling that you talk about?
Definitely, religious freedom is something that's very important to me. But if I'm being honest, President Trump, yes. Because when I saw how he was being treated over and over, I just couldn't handle it. I felt that same, a lot of that bullying and the smear campaigns and all the lying, I felt that had been done to me for so many years. And I was watching it happen to someone else. And I didn't think he deserved it. And it made me think, I can't do this anymore.
Nicki, you are jumping into a space that you have absolutely no clue about. Trump left office the first time with 2.9 million fewer jobs than when he started. I don't know what economic record Katie was expecting Nicki to point to. Was this the record she was supposed to point to? If it was about immigration, his policies separated 5,000 children from their parents, and some of them still have not been reunited. So that ain't order, that's trauma. We've all been taught it's not what you do, it's how you do it. It's the hatred that is being spewed because you are not deporting criminals. You are deporting hardworking people because of their accents and because of the browning of America. And let's talk about religious freedom, since you were Christian and you going after Don Lemon because you're a Christian. If the religious freedom of the MAGA party is attracting you, we already got the First Amendment. And instead of protecting faith, he pushed a travel ban affecting 13 countries, mostly Muslim, I believe Asian, and of course the African countries. So that wasn't freedom for everybody. Oh, and let's talk about health care. The number of uninsured went up from 2.3 million under his watch. So more folks ended up with less care and not more. And now they have taken the funding and everybody's premiums are going up because they have taken money from healthcare to give to his Gestapo ICE thugs out here to terrorize people. Oh, and if it was about leadership, this man lies more than the law allows. He lies about the election that led to January 6th, where 5 people died and over 140 officers were injured. So that ain't strength, that's chaos. So what is it, Nicki? What is it about Trump that just drew you to him, that resonated with you so much? Look, this whole Nicki supporting Trump, it's not random. This is a pattern. Girl, you have been privileged for far too long for that story to make any kind of sense. This is about resentment and your hatred for Beyonce, Cardi, and Megan, and anybody that associates with them. This because the Democrats came out and you looked a fool after making that comment about your cousin, and we are tired. Y'all coming over here, using our culture, picking it up and putting it down when you feel like it. You tired, you through. Y'all don't have to be honest about what y'all watching. If y'all want to keep coddling this grown lady, y'all can continue to think that she's cosplaying now. Like I said at the beginning of my video, I believe she was cosplaying from the very beginning to be a part of the black community, to gain access to our culture, and the queer community, to help build her millions. In my opinion, Nicki Minaj was cosplaying belonging in our culture before. She not cosplaying now. This who this lady always been. This tracks. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Give me y'all feedback. I'm Ty Lane. This is Ty Lane Ducksworth Reviews. Until next time, y'all take care. Girl, this is a fool.